Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Monday, March 12th, 2018 meeting of the Durham County Board of Commissioners. The time is now 7:01 p.m. I will now read the public charge. The Board of Commissioners asks its members and citizens to conduct themselves in a respectful, courteous manner, both with the board and fellow citizens. At any time, should any member of the board or any citizen fail to observe this public charge, the chair will ask the offending person to leave the meeting until that individual regains personal control. Should decorum fail to be restored, the chair will recess the meeting until such time that a genuine commitment to the public charge is observed. As a courtesy to others, please turn off cell phones during the meeting. I will now ask that we rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic which stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Are there any adjustments to our agenda this evening? I will just want to make sure that our board knows that the SNAP resolution has been added to our consent agenda. It was originally supposed to be on there from our work session, and I realized this evening it was not. So it should be, if you hit your refresh button, it should be there. Any other agenda adjustments? Did you want to hear that now? Okay. I'm going to now share the announcements. The Durham County Juvenile Crime Prevention Council is now accepting proposals for juvenile crime intervention prevention programs to be supported by the North Carolina Division of Juvenile Justice, DJJ, funds for the state fiscal year 2018-19. These funds are allocated to Durham County to support community programs serving Durham County delinquent and at-risk youth between the ages of 7 and 17 for the fiscal year beginning July 1st, 2018. Any local public agency, private 501c3, nonprofit organizations, or housing authority interested in applying for these funds must complete and submit applications online by visiting https://cp.ncdjjdp.org/cp/ this is on our website. The deadline to submit application for grant funding offered in fiscal year 2018-19 by the DJJ is due at 5 p.m. on Monday, March 19th, 2018, a week from tonight, Monday, March 19th. For questions about funding awarded by the DJJ, contact Walter Cruz, Area Consultant, the Division of Adult Correction and Juvenile Justice at 919-214-2348. Join us for the 16th Annual Women's Forum in honor of Women's History Month. This event will be held Thursday, March 22nd from 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock p.m. in the City Council Chambers at 101 City Hall Plaza. And for more information, call 919-560-4107, extension 34277, or RSVP. You can email rsvp@durhamhumanrelations.com. And I have one other announcement I want to share, and I just wanted to see if anyone else has. Yes, Commissioner Recco.
There is another event on Thursday, March 22nd that I wanted to make people aware of. There will be a public forum co-sponsored by the Headwaters Group of the Sierra Club and the NCCU Environmental Law Society. And the title is What's in Your Water? And subtitle Science and Regulation of Gen X and Emerging Contaminants. And of course, they have found evidence of Gen X in Jordan Lake. The location, so it'll be Thursday, March 22nd at 7:30 p.m., and it'll be at the NCCU Law School Auditorium, 640 Nelson Street, Durham. The speakers are quite knowledgeable. There's Alexandra Cornelius. She's the managing editor of the Environmental Law Review at NCCU Law School. And she will give a general overview of Gen X, discussing the history and the current situation. Lee Ferguson is an associate professor of civil and environmental engineering at Duke University. Robin Smith has a solo law practice focused on environmental law, and she also writes an environmental law and policy blog. And Vicki Westbrook is the assistant director of the Department of Water Management for the city of Durham. It'll be moderated by Adam Whitaker from NCCU Law. So anyone who's interested in water resource issues, this would be a good forum.
Thank you. And of course, we've been reading about Gen X and something that we don't know a whole lot about right now. So any other announcements?
I have a few about the JPS hearing committee and resolutions, but I'm going to hold those until our next meeting.
Okay. So I just wanted to share some information that we all received from our My Brother's Keeper director today about a great opportunity for Durham Public School high school students, and it's called Bull City Pitch. And this is an opportunity for social entrepreneurship, business and financial literacy for high school students. And this is being sponsored with Square One Bank and also American Underground. And high school students are encouraged to collaborate and work with a team of 2 to 4 students and to pitch an idea. This is for a competition for high school thinkers and dreamers to explore your ideas about idea generation, entrepreneurship, and collaboration. Do you have a business idea? Have you been thinking of a creative way to solve a social issue? And students have the chance to submit an idea and also a video proposal. And the reason I'm bringing it up now is because it is time sensitive. The deadline is March 23rd at 11:59 p.m. That's the deadline to submit an idea. March 30th is the final round that participants will be notified, and then April 24th will be the big event at American Underground on Main Street. So this is a really exciting opportunity. The students have a chance to win up to $1,000 prize. So I really hope we can get the word out. I immediately sent this to our superintendent and all the school board members, and the superintendent did reply that he would be getting it out to all of the high schools in Durham Public Schools. So I just want to make sure that folks know about this, and we'll make sure. Wendell, could you make sure we get this up on our website as well? Okay, great.
Madam Chair, I do have one other one. I'm trying to find the date here. Aviation. There will be a meeting at BU and BU Cafe, and it's about young people learning aviation. and I can't find the date, but if they will call BU and they can give them the time and the date, because it's about young people learning aviation so that they can have a certificate and then be able to fly plane.
Thank you. Mr. Manager, you also had an announcement to share this evening.
Yes, thank you, Madam Chairman. About a month and a half ago, we had an opportunity to be visited from some of our finest Americans from Fort Bragg who were in the Officers Corps, and one of the things that they were interested in doing was having some of their civil affairs teams to come and visit with us in Durham to learn about government and governance. And so subsequently that time has come. So this week we have the good fortune of having a couple of three different civil affairs teams here in Durham that's looking at us as a understudy prior to them essentially being deployed out in the Pacific Rim. And so tonight we happen to have four of those individuals here with us. But again, this is not all of the teams that are here. Shay Stanford, who is essentially in the back, along with her colleagues, Shannon Carpenter, Philip Mendoza, and Brian Parker. Once they finish this exercise here in Durham, they will subsequently report back to their base and be evaluated on their work prior to this deployment. The last thing I want to say about them is essentially this. If you have an opportunity to meet them and say hello, I think it would give you just a little bit more comfort to know that these fine Americans are watching over us at night while we sleep, and they do represent some of the best and the brightest amongst us. And so I just wanted to take this opportunity tonight to recognize that they were here with us, and who knows, you may even get a chance to see them this week. Thank you.
Well, thank you, and welcome to Durham County government. And we're glad to have you here with us. Thank you. Okay, next item is our minutes from the work session of January 2nd, 2018. And
Move approval?
moved by Commissioner Recca, seconded by Commissioner Howerton. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And the work session minutes are unanimously approved. I do want to commend staff on the minutes. I don't know if it was Tanya who typed them up, but she did an excellent job. They were really detailed minutes, so thank you. Yes, Commissioner Recco.
I agree. I was really struck by how detailed they were. And I actually just wanted to say that that takes a tremendous amount of work. And I wanted to raise the issue as to whether we consider going with a little more brevity since we have tape of our meetings. So if you want to see a detailed discussion, you can. But that is a huge amount of work to do 15 pages of minutes at that level of detail. And we are a couple of months behind getting our work session minutes, probably because of that detail. I think it would be great to keep all the directives in bold like they have it and whatever, but I'm talking about the discussion and whether it could be summarized a little bit more. So maybe we can have further discussion about it, but my reaction was, oh my goodness, that probably took people several days of time.
Well, I appreciate it because sometimes we complain that there's not enough information and that it's not accurate. So I really appreciate all the work that you put into it. Thank you. Commissioner Howerton.
Madam Chair, I wanted to make sure that I gave the audience enough information about the announcement that I made. I just found it. It's called Atlanta Young Navigators, and it's called Pass It On. It's March 18th at BU, starting at 3 o'clock, and it is to inform young people about the innovative opportunities that will be provided through this organization.
Thank you. And staff, I just also want to again, there are a lot of directives in there, and if we can make sure that those are sent out, the number of the directives that were in, that they're shared. Thank you. Okay, we have an item, 18-0685, advance public comments on the fiscal year 2018-19 budget. Maceo, do we have anyone to sign up to speak on this? No. So this was an opportunity for us to get some advance public comment on our budget process. Our upcoming schedule is that the county manager will present his recommended budget to the Board of County Commissioners on May 14th, 2018. We will have budget work sessions scheduled on May 24th, May 31st, June 4th, and June 14th. We will also have a public hearing at our regular meeting on June 11th at 7 p.m. And final adoption of the budget ordinance will be on Monday, June 25th, 2018. I do want to say that I think that the weather probably has affected people's attendance this evening. I also am not sure how well publicized this was. I noticed it actually in the manager's newsletter, which was great, but I wasn't sure if we had been able to really get the word out. Claudia?
Yes, sure. We did publicize the meeting tonight.
Okay.
What we can do is also have the public comment section at the next meeting. The weather may have kept some people away, and if the board is amenable to that, we can add it to the schedule in
That
2
would be
weeks.
great. That'd be great. And to make sure we get it out on the next door
Yeah.
listservs, those seem really effective.
All right.
Thank you so much. So we'll incorporate that into our agenda for our next meeting.
Madam Chair, I hope the staff will look at the fact that 4 budget meetings might be on the slim side,
For the work sessions, you mean?
the budget work sessions.
We are coordinating with the clerk's office to find additional dates. We tried to get the same number of hours that we had at least the previous year, and we are short, but that was due to schedule conflict. And so we're working towards adding some more. And that's why you'll see additional work sessions may be added to the schedule. So last year we had over 28 hours of work session hours. And we're trying to at least hit that target. And then with your schedule, see if we can't have placeholders in case we have to go beyond that amount.
Okay, yeah, it definitely looks like we're short on that. So thank you.
I actually raised that after they sent the schedule out. It just didn't seem like.
And we did add some from the original dates, but again, it has been a challenge coordinating everyone's schedule. So we'll work through it to make sure we get the numbers.
Thank you.
Claudia, will you do a doodle poll?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. The clerk's office will start polling everyone to finalize those dates. Yes.
Thank you. The next item is a joint SNAP resolution. This is a resolution that we have worked on with our Social Services Board as well as the Public Health Board. It is a time-sensitive resolution because of the budget negotiations that are going on right now with the federal government. We want to make sure that we support the current funding for these very, very vital nutrition programs. And I'm going to ask Commissioner Carter to please share the resolution because she is one of the people who worked very hard on it. So
Well,
thank
actually,
you.
I didn't write this one at all, but I did think it was really important that we have a resolution, asking that, opposing any reductions in funding for supplemental nutrition assistance programs. I think Chair Jacobs asked me to read this because I read fast out loud, and it's very long, so I will try to get through it quickly, but in an understandable way. So, resolution, a joint resolution supporting SNAP and other federal nutrition programs. Whereas North Carolina is the 800th state in the nation, while average monthly SNAP benefits are nominal, about $119 per household in North Carolina, the program is vital to helping people access nutritious food. And Durham County is the fourth most expensive county to live in North Carolina and is only growing more expensive. Even with more than 1.5 million North Carolinians relying on SNAP to pay for their groceries, food insecurity still persists across the state. With 1 in 6 people facing the double burden of poverty and food insecurity, SNAP provides a critical safety net for those in need. And whereas SNAP helps the most vulnerable in our state, including households with children, seniors, or people with disabilities, about half of those receiving SNAP benefits are employed. And whereas SNAP participation is shown to increase nutrition and promote positive long-term health outcomes, participation for 6 months can increase food security in a household by up to 10%. Furthermore, individuals who have had access to food stamps in early childhood, also that's known as SNAP now, have a lower risk of obesity, high blood pressure, heart disease, and diabetes as adults. Whereas SNAP improves the state's economy, in 2016, SNAP benefits contributed $2.2 billion to North Carolina's economy. These economic benefits were especially impactful in the agricultural and retail sectors. In Durham County, the innovative programs such as Farmers Market Double Bucks program allow SNAP participants to access nutritious food and improve the local economy. Research from Moody's Analytics show that for every dollar spent on SNAP, $1.70 is put back into the U.S. economy. Whereas SNAP is effective and efficient, SNAP's entitlement structure allows the program to expand in times of greater need, such as the 2008 recession, and contract in times of economic prosperity. And whereas funding for SNAP benefits must be maintained and expanded to preserve health and well-being for our community's most vulnerable residents, now therefore be it resolved that we, the members of the Durham County Board of Commissioners, Durham County Social Services Board, and Durham County's Board of Public Health do respectfully ask Senator Burst, Senator Tillis, and Congressman Butterfield and Congressman Price to reject any proposals in the 2018 Farm Bill that cut funding to SNAP or other federal nutrition programs, shift costs to the states, or otherwise reduce benefits affecting low-income families, workers, children, the unemployed, or the elderly. This, the 12th day of March, 2018, and there are places for the signatures of each of the boards that were mentioned in this resolution.
Thank you, Commissioner Carter. I think it's an excellent resolution with a lot of factual information. The fact that the average benefit is $119 per month. I think a lot of people don't realize how small the benefit really is, but how important it is for our children and our families. And I would like to entertain a motion for support of this resolution.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Commissioner Reckow, seconded by Commissioner Howerton. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? And the resolution is unanimously approved. We have several ceremonial items this week. First, we have recognition of Bert White, who is a staff person with our Information Services and Technology Department and has been recognized as the Help Desk Institute's IT Analyst of the Year for the Triangle Eastern North Carolina region. I know, Greg, you're here tonight. Now, is Bert here? I don't think he's here. I think we're going to need to wait until next week for this item because we certainly want to recognize Bert himself. So why don't we move this on to our next meeting, okay? We have a proclamation in honor of National Services Recognition Day, and our board is requested to proclaim April 3rd, 2018 as National Service Recognition Day, and the Eagle Corps program at North Carolina Central University has joined with AmeriCorps and our Senior Corps serving programs in Durham County to celebrate its membership on Tuesday, April 3rd, 2018 at 11:30 a.m. at the Parish Street Forum at 108 West Parish Street. And do we have Kayleen Herbert here with us tonight? Okay, I do not think we do, so I will go ahead and share the resolution. Proclamation in honor of National Service Recognition Day 2018. Whereas Durham County has a rich history of service to its community and involvement with national service, and whereas the Corporation for National and Community Service provides economic opportunities by creating stronger and healthier communities and providing those who service with educational and leadership skills, and whereas the volunteers of the AmeriCorps and Senior Corps programs in Durham County, North Carolina diligently provide service to address issues within our community, from education to supporting veterans and military services, providing disaster relief and support for the elderly. And whereas the volunteers of the AmeriCorps and Senior Corps programs in Durham County, North Carolina, get things done, now therefore be it resolved, I, Wendy Jacobs, Chair of the Durham Board of County Commissioners, and on behalf of the Durham Board of County Commissioners, do hereby proclaim the 12th day of March 2018 as National Service Recognition Day in Durham County, and hereby commend its observance upon public officials, business and community leaders, and citizens in recognition of the positive impact of the AmeriCorps and Senior Corps volunteers in our community. This, the 12th day of March 2018, Wendy Jacobs, Chair, Durham Board of County Commissioners. So, just want to let people know again about this event that will be open to the public on Tuesday, April 3rd, 11:30 a.m. at the Parish Street Forum. And we do appreciate all of the service that the students at North Carolina Central University do provide as part of their curriculum at their university to our community. We next have a proclamation for Durham Croc Hunger Walk Day. And I know we have Karen Johansson here with other members of the Crop Walk. And Karen, if you'll come forward and please introduce everyone that you're with and tell us about our great annual upcoming Crop Walk.
I would love to. First of all, thank you, Madam Chair and commissioners and staff for having us and supporting us year after year. This is more than just a walk, it's a community event. And we really appreciate all the support we get from all of you. I want to introduce Bob Newland, who is one of our hardest working members. He's our treasurer, he does our communications, he helps with just about everything, drives the truck to South Carolina to get the shirts. He's there for every piece. And Ms. Marge Clemens is one of our newest members, and she's been very active with us, so I'm proud to have both of them representing the committee. I don't want to repeat a lot of things that will be in the proclamation because there's a few facts in there, but there are a couple things I want to draw attention to. We are once again the second largest crop walk in the country, at over 1,000 walks. So we're very proud of that, and we're catching up to Charlotte. We're not quite there yet, but we're hoping this will be the year. Our theme for the walk this year is peace, love, respect for everyone. And some of you may recognize that. That's the call out that Chuck Davis always used at the end of his shows. And Chuck Davis, for many years, led the warm-ups for us at the beginning of the walk and just brought so much energy and love and life to the walk. And when he passed this last year, we decided that we wanted to dedicate our walk to him this year. And we got permission from Church World Service, which is our umbrella organization that gives out the international funds, to dedicate in Chuck's name all of the money we raise above what we raised last year to a project in Kenya called the Safe School Zone Project. For those of you who knew Chuck, he was very passionate about Africa and schools and educating girls, and he put a lot of his effort into that. So we thought that would be an appropriate way to honor him. So we invite you all to come, and Bob and Marge are going to start passing out. We brought T-shirts for each of you, and I want to just say a word about this shirt. Come up with designs of shirts, and we told them the theme and about Chuck, and they spent hours preparing these. We had 25 amazing designs to choose from. But that's the one we chose. And it was designed by Melanie Williams at NCCU. So she did an awesome job. So we hope you will be properly attired when you all come to join us at the walk. And we'll see you on March 25th.
Thank you, Karen. And this T-shirt is really beautiful, and it's really a great homage to Chuck Davis, who we are all going to really miss at the Crop Walk, because that was his event. He's really been synonymous with that event, and his mantra of peace, love, and respect for everybody, that has always been resonated in the community thanks to him. So I will share this proclamation, Crop Hunger Walk 2018. Whereas at the end of World War II, American citizens wanted to share our country's abundance with European war victims, and CROP's first purpose was to gather wheat and other crops from U.S. farms and send to Europe on friendships. And whereas today the Durham Crop Hunger Walk is an important part of community life, bringing together people of different faiths, different socioeconomic levels, diverse cultures, and all age groups to provide local and international hunger aid. And whereas in the last 43 years, Durham Crop Hunger Walks have raised over $4 million to help and bring hope to hungry people here in the United States and around the world. And whereas the Durham Crop Hunger Walk has awarded more than $1 million to local agencies, including Meals on Wheels, Urban Ministries, Housing for New Hope, Double Bucks for SNAP, Threshold Clubhouse, Food Bank of Central and Eastern North Carolina, Families Moving Forward, Open Tables, Partners for Youth Opportunities, St. Andrew's Society, Changing a Generation Outreach, and Mount Calvary UCC Food Pantry, who provide food to our Durham neighbors in need. Wow, what a list. Really, what a list. And whereas the Durham Crop Hunger Walk raised $150,900 last year, and whereas the 2018 Durham Crop Hunger Walk will be dedicated to the memory of friend of the walk, Baba Chuck Davis. And whereas the Durham Crop Hunger Walk in 2018 will dedicate all of the internationally designated funds over what was raised last year to the Safe Schools Zone program in Kenya in memory of Chuck Davis. And whereas the Durham Crop Hunger Walk is the oldest fundraising walk in North Carolina and will hold its 44th annual Hunger Walk on Sunday, March 25th. And whereas the Durham Crop Hunger Walk remains the second largest crop walk in the nation, out of more than 1,000 walks, demonstrating the tremendous compassion and altruism of Durham citizens. And whereas Durham Crop Hunger Walk successfully raises funds to help stop hunger one step at a time. Now, therefore, be it resolved, I, Wendy Jacobs, Chair of the Durham Board of County Commissioners, on behalf of the Durham Board of County Commissioners, do hereby proclaim Sunday, March 25th, 2018 as Durham Crop Hunger Walk Day in Durham County, North Carolina, This, the 12th day of March, 2018, Wendy Jacobs, Chair of the Durham Board of County Commissioners. Well, thank you. And can you tell us the details about the walk and how people can participate?
Oh, I'd love to. Good question. So it is on Sunday, March 25th, and you can register online at crophungerwalk.org/Durham NC. And you can also register on the day of. There is no cost to walk, but we ask that you get sponsors, and that's how we raise our money. You can walk. A lot of teams walk. We also have individuals who walk. It is 4.8 miles. It's a very family-friendly walk. Some folks bring their dogs. We have lots of strollers. It starts at Duke Chapel, goes down the chapel, around through Walltown and back, so people can create their shorter walk if they want to. We also have a number of sponsors who are on the back of the shirts who make it possible for every penny that's raised by our walkers to go to hunger relief. There's no overhead costs because we have so many great sponsors.
Oh, great. And thank you for sharing that information. And thank you for being with us tonight and for all that you do. And if you'll please come and receive the proclamation.
My husband there.
Let me just say, it's really not a fair comparison to compare our crop walkers to Charlotte. It should be like the rate of walkers, you know, the number of walkers per population.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And if that were the case, we'd be number one.
Absolutely, because we're about a quarter the size of Charlotte.
Yeah.
Thank you all so much, and thank you for the beautiful T-shirts. The next item on our agenda is our consent agenda, and we have for consideration this evening items 18-0603 through 18-0676. Are there any items to be pulled from the consent?
I just wanted to make a comment. So on the agenda, I think it's the second item, is the approval of 5 additional projects for the matching grants, Open Space and Trails Matching Grants Program. Just want to say that this program's been in place now for 26 years, and with the approval of these grants, we will be up over 100 projects approved, and we have awarded a little over $1.5 million. And with that, we have leveraged private support that is well over $1.5 million. They have to match, but in a lot of cases, the projects put in more money. So it's really been a great program for the county to sponsor, very cost effective. And what I love is that the projects then end up being maintained by the organization. So it's really cost effective. And we have eyes and ears out in the community, basically making sure that things are in order. The variety of the 5 this time is fantastic. We have purchase of some additional land along the Ellerby Creek. We have Eno River Association installing a canoe launch, an official canoe launch. Right now, there's an ad hoc one out there, so you can get canoes into the Eno River. Improvements at Lakewood Elementary School, so they'll have a better soccer situation. Scrap Exchange will be creating a nice little open space area outside their facility at Lakewood, at the Lakewood Shopping Center, and purchase of 21 acres by the Triangle Greenways Council. So really nice mixture of acquisition of open space and then other improvements in our community. So I want to thank the staff for their great support on this, and of course, the Open Space and Trails Commission always does such a good job, DOS. So very, very pleased.
Thank you for highlighting that, Commissioner Recco. And the other thing I love about these projects is that several of them are not just about open space, they're also about protecting water and stormwater runoff. So at least 3 of them. So they have a dual purpose of protecting water quality as well. Thank you. And I wanted to highlight an item. I see patients here in the audience with us that we received a really nice grant, $240,000 grant for the Incredible Years program. And I was at the event for El Futuro, which is our nonprofit that provides mental health services to Latino families and residents in our community. And the one of the speakers actually got up and referenced the Incredible Years program in her comments. She said that she learned, and she lifted up her shoe. She said, I learned that from the Incredible Years program not to use my shoe to discipline my child. I learned other ways to be able to parent from this program. So I just wanted to share that with you.
Madam Chair, if I could chime in, I want to thank Patience and Morris for the great answers that I received to the questions I raised at the work session on the program, Incredible Years, and to say that so pleased that this money will be used to expand the services from birth to age 8, the programming. That'll be terrific. So thank you very much.
And it really fits in what we're trying to do
Right.
with early childhood. Thank you. So I would entertain a motion for approval for the
Second.
moved by Commissioner Howard and seconded by Commissioner Reckow. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? And the consent items have been unanimously approved.
Madam Chair, I want to make a comment. It goes back to the resolution
Yes.
that we had. I had just got an email from Leonard with the association, just checking in with him to see if we needed to send it across the state to make sure that we have as much support as possible. So he just sent me the information from the budget, and he highlighted the pages. It's on page 22 and 23 of the federal budget. And what he said was, since many of these services are mandated by federal law, the federal government provides funding to assist states and counties in meeting local demands. This funding should be protected in the upcoming budget.
Right.
Yeah.
I think the concern was that it wasn't in the president's budget.
Yeah,
It is in the Senate and
it's
the
in the
House.
budget. Yeah.
Thank you for the update. And we could send him a copy of he has.
Yeah.
Great, okay. Right now, Mr. Manager, we're not having a closed session tonight, is that correct?
No, Madam Chairman, we will not have a closed session tonight. The county attorney, I think he will either schedule it for later or respond in writing to a couple of items he needs to update you on. There is one thing I do need to say, though, in spite of not having the closed session. Obviously, we're having inclement weather outside, and per walking in here for this meeting tonight, the temperatures had breached 32 degrees, and so I think we are projected to see some 29-degree temperatures early tomorrow morning. And the staff has a 9 o'clock conference call tonight, and we'll make decisions about what we need to do in the morning as it relates to any potential delays. If that is in fact the case, I will send the email correspondence or call you after our 9 o'clock conference call tonight in the event that we have to delay our joint city-county committee meeting in the morning. So anticipate hearing from me before 10 o'clock.
Thank you.
Madam Chair, before we adjourn, I forgot to add this to the agenda, but I may not be in attendance, may not be able to get to the breakfast, the legislative breakfast Friday morning. I was wondering, under our new revised rules of procedure, I believe a commissioner can participate remotely in a meeting, can't vote. So I wondered if I could request electronic book-in to the meeting. I mean, a telephone.
I don't imagine that that's a problem. I've got a conflict Friday morning too because we have a C-suite breakfast on Friday morning. But I'll talk with Deborah tomorrow, and we'll see what we can do to make arrangements for that. You just want to listen,
I largely want to listen.
right?
It's within our rules, and Willie's looking at the rules
Right.
and procedures.
Is that this Friday?
So,
It's this Friday,
mhm.
and it's snuck. I mean, I don't remember ever getting a doodle poll on it. Just kind of landed on my calendar and
Yeah,
surprised me.
I don't have it on my calendar for the 16th.
Yeah, it's 16th, 9 or 8:30 or 9.
I don't have
So,
it either.
Maceo, could you make sure we get a calendar, have Anya send that to our calendars? Okay, and also to arrange for Recco to be able to call in. And I'd also remind her in the SNAP resolution, a scale that needs to be signed by the Board of Health and then Social Services, and then we need to send that to all of our federal representatives.
So I guess I'll have to call, I may have to request a call in as well. I don't have it on my, for Friday. How did that happen?
Yeah,
Neither
in the
one of us have.
future, the staff does need to check with us in advance, because I would have let them know that that was not going to be workable for me. But should I be requesting an excused absence? Okay, I guess because you're not voting.
Right.
Oh,
Yay or
Okay.
nay.
We did discuss it at the work.
Can't vote. We're not supposed to vote over the phone. But as I recall, there's no vote.
that's
No
what I thought,
voting
but there'll be no
process.
voting
There's no
anyway at that
voting.
meeting.
Okay, so with that, I would entertain a motion to adjourn. By Commissioner Howerton, seconded by Commissioner Recco. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Meeting is adjourned.